that topic, that of torture, is the most disappointing time in my career. Um, I did not volunteer to do that investigation. I was ordered to do that investigation. And much to my surprise, thinking that the military are ethically and morally on the edge, of course, of fighting a war. And then we violated our oath. That it's amazing that the White House, whether President Bush knew about it, Cheney knew about it, Rumsfeld knew about it, instituted and created a torture policy that was operationalized in combat. And they tried to hide it. But you cannot hide anything in combat because of technology. People have cell phones, people have cameras, you have the media out there. People are always looking for something to report on, much like what the Taliban had done before. And that whole era, that period, was probably the turning point of how we fight a war and how do we create policy. And I was not trying to do that, by the way. It's just that you talked about people recognizing me. Yeah. You go before Congress and all the cameras are on you, and people are saying, what nationality is that guy? What is a Taguba? Well, all of my Filipino friends says, oh, he's Filipino. And what's a Filipino doing there? And when I was doing the investigation, the word got out that some Asian guy is doing an investigation to be on the lookout for him. Well, guess what? I was the only Asian American of brown color in the entire universe in Iraq. There's nobody else. So if you want recognition by consequence, look at me and what happened to me. But and then, of course, the end of the day, people shoots the messenger, and I consider myself shot. I wasn't looking for any accolades or commendation, because I was just doing my job. But I had 23 people with me that witnessed the same thing I witnessed, that heard everything that I witnessed, and saw everything that I saw. I wanted to be sure that all 23 of us were on the same wavelength, that we would speak the truth, despite the consequences of being marginalized and being investigated. We were also investigated on our investigation. But that's just in the past. It took until 2014 for Congress, the McCain-Feinstein Act, that prohibited torture being used by the CIA, Defense Department, and just about everybody, contractors. So I don't go around talking about it, but I'll talk about it if it's worthy for the educational aspect of it. So, good.